Hey, film fans, it is Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, here with day 56 of the 95 Days of Award Season posts. We're rounding off the end of our Razzies dozen with day 10. And for today, I am talking about Judd Apatow's The Bubble, nominated at the Razzies this year for Worst Director. Now, The Bubble, as we all know, not the film, the concept. During the early pandemic days, many people formed pods or bubbles. These were the people that you quarantined with in order to not necessarily put yourself at risk of catching COVID, but also able to maintain what some felt was good mental health. Because if you lived solo or were one of two, you would kind of pod and quarantine together with a small group in order to have social interactions without the assistance of technology. And then once the pandemic curve started to flatten, people started going back to work, and those pods or bubbles started to break. And for all of us film fans, we were excited because we were hoping we'd get new work. But of course, as we learned, every day the headline was, film goes back into production. And then a day later, said film is now suspended for 14 days due to COVID outbreak. So these were some of the struggles with getting new films. And this is what The Bubble does. It is a satire and plays up on the experiences that we were reading about. So this one gives us the fictional mega franchise of Cliff Beasts. You know, kind of building off the idea of the Marvel Cinematic Universe or any other big franchise, Jurassic Park, so on and so forth. And they're getting ready to make the 6th film. So they bring the cast out to Europe in order to make this film. So everybody gets to a hotel, quarantines for their respective 14 days, and then begin to shoot. However, a film shoot that should have only been a few weeks, not necessarily a long time, quickly balloons to over 150 days, and we see all of the challenges that have caused this to happen, and all of the frustrations that the cast and crew faces. Now, I have to say, the cast, the real-life actors who are playing this fictional cast of famous actors, you can tell they're kind of enjoying making this film. I mean, there are a lot of wasted opportunities for this. Maybe Apatow packed too many people into this, but the cast of actors playing the actors, which is Karen Gillan, Pedro Pascal, Leslie Mann, Keegan-Michael Key, Apatow's own daughter Iris Apatow, and David Duchovny, they're all having fun playing their roles, making this film directed by fictional director played by Fred Armisen. And all the while trying to deal with making the film, we have the ball-busting studio executive they deal with over Zoom, played by a very underused, unfortunately, Kate McKinnon, and the on-set executive producer played by Peter Serafinowicz. And rounding out the cast, I almost forgot to neglect, amongst all of the staffers at the hotel and the crew, there's a very gay Maria Bakalova as one of the hotel employees. Now, it's clear that the cast knows that they're making a satire, and they hit most of the right notes if at some point there's a little too much going on about TikTok. They also kind of make the joke reference that they're only one of 2 films that is actually working at this time, making the joke being, the only other project is the Tom Cruise project, making the joke at the forever lasting film production of the upcoming Mission Impossible. So again, it's not an outstanding film, kind of like Don't Look Up that came out, trying to make the satire that doesn't fully deliver, but there's some laughs, there's some cute meta moments, and so, we kind of go with the flow. But I don't think that this is the worst film. In fact, I think some people that may have nominated Apatow here maybe didn't fully grasp what the film was trying to do. The film doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's okay. Have we seen better products that make this play? Yes, of course, absolutely. Are there worse ones? Totally. So, like yesterday I talked about Pinocchio. That was one that I felt I wanted my time back. Or Cameron for Avatar, but let me not digress. But I enjoyed getting lost in Apatow's bubble for 2 years. If you don't take the movie too seriously, you will get a few good laughs out of it. So this film for me is a 3 out of 5 stars. The awkward humor works for me, and this is a cast who, while I don't feel they get to fully explore their comedic chops, it was a joy to see them all together. Now, if you haven't seen The Bubble as of this post, you can catch it streaming on Netflix. I will see everyone tomorrow for day 57 of the 95 Days of Award Season posts. We have the last 2 days of the Razzies dozen. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.